Hey guys, Aussie Steve here from Home Buy Louisiana. We buy houses in any condition in Louisiana. I'm here at a property we're looking to purchase. We're in Orleans Parish in the Florida area. This was an inherited property. It's been in the family for quite a while actually. So the property's still in the name of the grandfather of the owners, and unfortunately that can make it quite complicated to clear the title, because the grandfather had passed and had given it to the daughter, but given it in a physical sense, but not really in a legal, with a will, etc. So that paperwork was never done, and that the mother had passed away, unfortunately, and now the children own it. So to clear the title, we need to do a succession for the grandparent, but without a will, then it needs to go to all of the heirs, because it's just he sort of had given it to the mum, but since it's not legal, legally without a will, it's going to be given to all of the kids. So she actually did have some brothers and sisters, and they had passed away too, and they have children. So it means all those successions need to clear to be able to get ownership to the current owners, and needs to be split between them in the right amounts. So this is something, we're not lawyers, we don't do this, but we have title attorneys that we use to close properties and make sure they're clear, and so they can do this, and I think we can clear this one. Normally, if it's one level, it's normally pretty easy. Just when you start to get multiple levels of this person's deceased, that person's deceased, and they've got brothers that are deceased, it can really complicate it. But we can also work through that, so that's what we do, and that's what we're doing here. So I think we're pretty much getting there. We've got majority of signatures, and we believe we'll be able to get this closed. So these are pretty normal in New Orleans, so we deal with these sort of inherited properties all the time. It is vacant. You don't want to leave properties vacant for too long, because they do deteriorate, and you often will get termites or unwanted intruders, etc. This house is pretty it's not as bad. If you watch my videos, you see me buy some pretty bad houses. This isn't terrible by my standards, but definitely not ready for a homeowner. Mix match flooring, wall heaters. Okay for rental maybe, but yeah, it's definitely, for me this is actually good quality, but I'm sure for most people, this is very, bad, and definitely not ready to, be listed with a realtor. So, traditional shotgun, New Orleans double, there's another side to it as well. So these are pretty good, pretty typical houses we buy. We'll fix them, and with these doubles, we'll potentially keep them as a rental or sell them, either way. But if you're looking to sell a house, maybe it has, maybe you've inherited it, potentially your succession hasn't been done, you don't need to get it done first. You can speak to us, and we can connect you with our title attorneys, and they can do the succession as part of the sales process. So reach out to us. Maybe you got a rental you don't want anymore, maybe a house that just needs a lot of repairs and you don't want to do those repairs before selling it. Reach out. We're cash buyers, which is important in this market. The interest rates are pretty high, and it's made our retail, when people are selling a fully done property, and if we're flipping, it's taking longer to sell, because less buyers with those interest rates. So we don't have that. We're cash. We're not subject to the interest rate, so we're easy to close. So reach out to us, homebuylouisiana.com. Thanks so much, guys.